So this is the first time we're driving the BYD Seal Performance version on the roads of Vietnam. Just got out of the dealership and there's 16 kilometer on the odometer. This is a brand new car and I'm so excited, and I can tell immediately that this might be my favorite car. All right, today we have passengers in the car and they're gonna give you their honest opinion, first impression of the BYD Seal. Let's go.
Hey Tom, it's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. First I want to say congratulations on your YouTube channel. Everybody needs to follow your YouTube channel. So what everyone needs to do is subscribe to Tom Peng. Great guy, great person. Tom, keep up the great work.
So BYD is a new entry into the Vietnam market, and they're one of the, not just one of them, but they're the largest EV maker in the world. And we are so lucky to have one of the very first BYD Seal here in Vietnam. And one of the things that we really want to see is, does this car catch attention? Let's look around as we drive back to the office, whether people actually look at this car or not. So my very first impression of the car is it's amazingly easy to drive. I mean, I haven't figured out all the software yet, but I will get used to it in time. But the car is so intuitive, it's so easy to drive, it takes no effort. And it feels really comfortable with the leather and suede. The quality of the interior is actually quite good, I have to say. And one thing I immediately love about the BYD is the mechanical signal stick here. Because in the VinFast, you get a digital one, and sometimes it doesn't really listen to you. It doesn't really follow your directions. You want to cancel a left turn or a right turn, it doesn't do it, and you have to try multiple times. But with the mechanical stick, it's just like any other car, and there is no room for error. So if I want to turn left, I turn left. If I want to turn right, I turn right. I want to cancel, I cancel. Sometimes using extra technology to solve a problem is not necessary. I think a mechanical stick works perfectly in a car. The seat is amazingly comfortable. I feel very relaxed. If only there's like a massaging function. I don't know if it has that, but it's a very comfortable driving seat. So now that we have the BYD Seal, we plan to do many videos with it. Of course, we're going to do a full detailed review of the car. That's coming soon to the channel. And we will be doing speed tests because BYD claims that this car can do 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds. In fact, this is the 3.8S model. They put the acceleration number into the model number, and we'll certainly be testing that. Also, we'll be testing the range, because I think one of the reasons you buy a BYD is the extra range you get with the car. And they advertise 500 kilometers with this car, and we will certainly be testing that out. Maybe over the long weekend, I'll be taking this car to Dalat. I don't know where I'll be going. I'll be putting this car on the road of Vietnam and driving like Tom Peng. Let's see if we get 500 kilometers with this car or not. I suspect not. But if it comes close to that, I will be very, very impressed. If it comes close to that, then, you know, VinFast, you gotta do something here because you have a serious competitor in the BYD, all right? So Miss V.
Yes.
I know this is the first time you are in the BYD Seal, just like me. Have you been in my VinFast before?
Yes, I have.
Which one?
The VF8 and also the VF6.
Ah, so comparing the back seat, the interior quality with the VinFast, what do you think? Tell us honestly, okay?
I feel like the back seat is quite spacious. Sometimes I feel like it's even a little bit more spacious than the VF1s, if I'm being honest. And also the suede leather, it feels super luxurious, fancy, very nice to the touch. Yes, and it's super comfortable.
You think it's comfortable?
Yeah, the seat.
Yeah,
the material.
I kind of have to agree with you. The quality of the material seems to be one level up than VinFast.
Yes, and I
The
also
quality of the leather seems to be better than our other cars, right?
yeah, it feels so fancy. And
You feel fancy? I
Yes.
wouldn't call it fancy, but definitely I'm not complaining here.
yeah, and I also noticed the legroom. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So how does the legroom compare to the VF7? Have you been in my VF7?
Yes, already.
Okay, how does that compare?
I feel like they're both super spacious, super comfortable, but right now, I think it gives me a little bit more room, a little bit. Yeah.
In
This
the
one.
BYD?
Yes, in the
Oh, that's
BYD.
amazing. But
Yeah.
I can say that both cars give you a lot of legroom.
Yeah.
Amazingly, they give you a lot of legroom because it's an electric car. Because the way the car is designed, with the electric motor, so you get a lot of cabin space. So that's amazing.
Yes.
That you get so much legroom in the back. Because it is a sedan, unlike VinFast, they're generally crossovers. I feel I am lower, I'm closer to the ground than I would be in a VinFast. And that gives me a sense of more stability because I'm closer to the center of gravity. Maybe that's a good thing. And we actually tested this car on the test track before, and I can tell you that this car can truly handle. Plus, it's a heavy car. It's got a big battery, so it really want to stick to the ground. Some people like to ride high in the car, and for me, I like to be closer to the ground because I like performance cars. So that really depends on your personal preference, I guess. Mr. Lam,
Yes boss.
what do you think about the front passenger seat?
Ngồi ở cái ghế trước này thì cảm giác nó rất là rộng rãi. Mình ngồi cái ghế này giống như là cái ghế thể thao vậy á, nó giống như là một chiếc hypercar vậy. Với lại cái xe này mặc dù là xe mới nhưng mà mình không nghe được cái mùi nhựa mới để cái mùi đó nó hay gây say xe á.
You got a good point, Mr. Lam. It's really lower, like the seat is lower to the ground, right? So it gives you that sense of performance, like a sports car. And also, I think you're right. I haven't sensed any plastic smell in the car. I don't know if it's because they did some treatment in the car or not, but it smells nice in here compared to the VF6 we received a while back, right? What do you think, Miss Fong?
So
Do you like the car smell?
actually, I don't smell anything in the car.
Yeah, what do you think, Mr. Hui?
Đầu tiên thì khi mà ngồi trên chiếc xe này là cũng giống như Lâm là không có nghe một cái mùi nhựa nào hết và nó cảm giác rất là tuyệt vời. Thì thứ hai là cái ghế rất là mềm, nó không như cái ghế của những chiếc VinFast là ghế nó hơi cứng, còn này là giống như là làm bằng cao su non đó, nên cảm giác ngồi rất là thoải mái, rất là thích. Có điều cái là khi mà cái xe này cái trần nó hơi thấp và nó làm bằng, nó có một cái kính trời á, nên đâm ra là cái phía ở trên phần trên của mình nó cảm giác nó có cái hơi nóng, nó áp vào trong nó. Đó là những cái cảm thấy được.
Well, that's very observant, Mr. Hui. So yes, the seat is really comfortable. Oh my God, it's like almost like close to Bentley quality, I would have to say. The panoramic roof, you do feel it's closer to you, right? So you can feel the heat from the sun more. But I'm not gonna cover it up because I think it's lovely. I love the roof. I mean, like, I love how new cars come with this panoramic roof. Shut up. Yeah, usually in every car that we get, we have some additional accessories, and they like to make a lot of noise while I make videos and punch it. Oh, those are very observant observations. That's pretty cool. And you know what? I've been driving about 4 kilometers already, and the battery only go down 1%. So maybe the claims about the range have some material to it. Maybe we can do fairly long range with this car, and we will be finding out that over the long weekend. But right now I can tell you the numbers seem to make sense. So 1% get at least 4 kilometers while driving in Ho Chi Minh city traffic, driving like Tom Peng. That's pretty impressive, I would have to say. Maybe there's a little thing I can complain about after being in the car for about 10 minutes, and that is the dash. You see, in the dash, there's 2 numbers here. You have your speed in kilometer per hour, and also on the left here, you have your power consumption, all right? So this is like, at this moment, how much kilowatt am I consuming right now? And this number jumped from -3 to 5 to 10. It just randomly change all the time. So I would have to say this information is pretty much useless to me, because how much power I'm using right this moment is not really useful information. I would like to see how much consumption over time, but not right this moment, especially when this number is jumping all over the place. Well, one of the things I'm gonna figure out is the rotating screen in the center console. Like, I'm gonna find a really good use for this, because I think it's kind of gimmicky. It's like a really cool feature, but I'm not really sure this is useful. But I will find out whether this is actually useful in some way over the time I'll be using this car. So do you know these people were looking at us? No, right? They're not impressed by BYD. We gotta go drive somewhere where people can look at my car. Okay, my car. And by the way, okay, even though I'm wearing a BYD hat and a BYD shirt, it does not mean I'm in any way affiliated with OA or BYD, okay? I'm a customer of BYD and I like it that way. I'm a paying customer. I buy their cars, so I can tell you the truth, okay? It's not like I get a press car and I have to say whatever they want me to say. It doesn't work that way. I just tell you the truth. If it's a good car, I will tell you it's a good car. If it's a shit car, well, I'm gonna tell you that too. Alright, and we're gonna find out together over the next few days. So if you want to learn more about the BYD Seal Performance, subscribe to this channel and more videos will be coming to you. Don't miss them. Subscribe now. Come on, people, look at me. They don't look at me. Come on, it's a BYD. It's a Chinese EV. Why you don't look at BYD? Okay. Well, I think one of the stigmas that BYD need to overcome is that this is a Chinese EV, and you know how Vietnamese people feel about Chinese products. So I think they really have to prove their product to the market. I think having driven this car for about 20 minutes, I think they have. I'm sold. I'm impressed. I like. You like, Miss Phuong?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, the car really good and I feel very smooth sit in here.
Yeah, not bumpy?
Yes, I like this.
Yeah, I think the suspension is an improvement over V. You know what I'm talking about. But that's okay. It doesn't mean I don't love VinFast. I still love VinFast, okay? VinFast will always be my first love. It's your first girlfriend that you never forget. Alright? You know? The one that got away. You wish you're still fucking her, but no. She ran away with somebody else. VinFast will always be that for me. Alright? Love VinFast. But this means that I think VinFast has competition here in Vietnam, and they really need to up their game. Alright? They need to up their game. They need to make better products, more competitive products, more innovative products to win the market. And I think that's a good thing for VinFast, because that will increase VinFast's global competitiveness, and then they can sell more cars from Vietnam. And I think that's what we all want. So I think Chinese entry into Vietnam is actually a good thing for VinFast. I think the success of BYD will largely dependent on the charging infrastructure, the charging network available in Vietnam. I think it's a chicken and egg problem. You need more charging infrastructure for BYD to sell more EV. BYD need to sell more EV for more investors want to come to Vietnam and set up charging infrastructure. So chicken and egg. I hope it happens because for consumers, consumer choice is always a good thing. We want more choices in the market, and whether it's VinFast or VinFast Charging Network or BYD or MG or any other manufacturers, and there's so many different charging infrastructures coming to Vietnam as well. We heard about them at the dealership, and I think that's a good thing. It will really push Vietnam consumers to adopt EVs in the future. I think cannot complain about that. All right, so thumbs up, down. I know you only been in the car for about 20 minutes. We really did not push the car hard, but what do you think, Miss V? Is it thumbs up, thumbs down for you?
I feel like
And why?
I feel like it's a thumbs up. Well, while you're driving, it's you have to stop many times because of the roads in Saigon, but I don't feel as bumpy. Yeah, it's not that bumpy, so that's a good thing. It's stable, the suspension is good, and also I feel comfortable here. A lot of leg room, so it's also another good thing for tall people. Yeah,
You're not that tall.
I'm not that short, and
That's what girls say about me. You're not that short.
and the interior, it's looks nice. It feels nice. Yeah, it gives this luxurious feeling to the car, which elevates, yeah, the experience. And I also enjoy the large panoramic roof. Yeah, I can see the entire city. Yeah, but it is a little bit hot at the beginning, like Mr. Hui shared, because of the heat.
But is it
outside.
okay now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's really good feedback there. Mr. Hui,
Yes,
you have to
sir.
film yourself.
Thì cảm giác nãy giờ ngồi trên đây thì nó nói chung là nó rất là êm, nó không có cái gì gọi là khó chịu khi mà lần đầu tiên ngồi trên một chiếc xe mới như vậy về, và sẽ còn rất là nhiều cái và sếp sẽ khám phá, và cũng rất mong là sẽ làm thêm nhiều video về BYD, về những tính năng, về test speed hoặc là về review xe, thì nó sẽ có nhiều cái hay hơn.
Mr. Hui, you know I will.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good feedback. And Miss Phương.
So it is a thumbs up for the car because like we have 3 people here and the space of the seats is very spacious, so feel very comfortable. Also the legroom and the car look very nice and strong. I like nice and strong.
You like strong
Yeah.
and nice
Yes.
and big.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Good feedback. So you like the comfort in the back. You can comfortably seat 3 people.
Yes.
Okay, great. Mr. Lam.
Ngồi ở đằng trước đây thì rất là thoải mái, không có gì, hiện tại thì không có gì để chê chiếc xe này hết. Thì mặc dù là vừa ngồi vừa cầm camera quay cho sếp, nhưng mà vẫn rất là thoải mái và không có vấn đề gì cả. Một like cho chiếc xe này.
There is no negative feedback at all. What the fuck, man? There's gotta have some negative things in this video, man. Alright, finally, I'm looking at the numbers here. Only dropped 1% battery, and so far we have traveled 6 kilometers. So the numbers could be real. Maybe we can really put 500 kilometers on this car, but that remains to be seen. I'm impressed. More testing videos will be coming out. Take some fucking action. Look into the BYD Seal Performance, okay? Because we think it's a good car, right? Don't be a fucktard.